Good afternoon to everybody. Actually, I'm trying to reflect two papers. Two papers where we have studied these implications of COVID-19 a bit, or even some networking practices before COVID-19. And then I also try to present some future research vision where I'm looking for cooperation. And I really believe that social media, online or virtual networking, it has certain dangers. It's our dangers about computer viruses and also about spreading fake news. But at the same time, I would still argue that fortunately, still social online networks don't directly spread COVID-19 virus. And what we have done some research already for 12 years at the Estonian Business School, where we have conducted courses where our students have, both in Helsinki and Tallinn, have in a special elective course been instructed how to be critical in choosing different online social networking or social media networks for developing their entrepreneurial skills. And we have had also another project where we have been involved in a global X-Culture project where our students, together with students from many countries, are assisting growing enterprises to find and test foreign markets. So what do we have learned from these two projects? First, what we have learned from the online networking skills development course in Tallinn and Helsinki. First, we have understood that is indeed a very simplified picture because of time restrictions. If we take two periods of time, the first 6 years and recent 6 years, we have seen that there is growing dominance of Facebook. Still 12 years ago, there were Orkut, MySpace, many other media. At the same time, still students have become more professional. They have managed to find also more specialized online networks, online communities for entrepreneurs, and also networks to contact business angels or test their business ideas. Indeed, there has been more visualization. We all know about Instagram as an example. And an interesting trend is that during recent 6 years before COVID-19, students started to be very interested in such social media where members of a community can agree on further activities in physical space, either to go together to some place for a sports competition or to meet at a conference, etc. And indeed, from the point of view of such students, recent COVID-19 crisis has been really bad news. Then if we move on, we can see here that we have now also data about X-Culture, and I had a very good student whom I supervised, and with his help we made an analysis of quite a large number of X-Culture project teams, which involve students from really all continents, except Antarctic. And what we found out in this study, we found out here that if we take the project where they study foreign markets, they choose the foreign markets, they think how to enter foreign markets, indeed there are conflicts because there are high levels of diversity of teams. And there are different types of conflicts. There are conflicts about tasks, about personal relationship, how to manage the process, how to manage the project. And what we find out that actually task conflicts are really good things. So we can see that diversity, meaning having very different students from different countries in one global team has a positive impact on team results, on team performance, but mainly through task conflicts. If students don't challenge during first weeks of project different concepts, different models to choose, different markets to compare, then their performance will be not so good compared to these students who have very intensive disputes and even conflicts about what they should do and why. Now, if we move further, we can see that there are some more general conclusions about knowledge sharing. We can see that although we recently have heard bad news about Facebook and there was even a blackout of Facebook, we still see, based on our experience, that these students who have certain competencies in social media are also better in X-Culture projects, where they have to do really practical international business development consultancy work for companies. So we should not too much blame social media. We should help students to be critical, to be selective when having activities in social media and when using social media as a tool for international cross-border networking. And now, what we are doing now, I try to deal with the concepts of knowledge management, which has been my favorite research field for more than 10 years. And I have tried to put some kind of action research concept to such very classical Takeshi and Nonaka model. So we have to help students or learners to first present their priorities in order to externalize their knowledge. We have to get them to be connected, to combine different knowledge sources as an entrepreneur, as investor. Then in order to really internalize knowledge, we have to get them to really go outside the comfort zone in online projects. And empathy is also a tricky thing because you have to also have a personal touch, and maybe we can do something in Zoom if we get people to use really video, but indeed not so well as during a conference lunch. But just to come to the last points in my presentation, that is what I would really like to do in next years, and also in cooperation with representatives of other universities, how to get our Estonian startup students to team up with talents from other countries, including Asia, including Africa, to build up already some online teams, even before they come to study to Estonia. Then we can make difference between human trafficking clients and real talents who have a potential to be beneficial for our startups and also for our established corporations. And last but not least, indeed, online networking is not all you need. I am myself fond of hiking in different countries. There is some visual about this. And then there is a very tricky thing. I recently, being in Austria, I did a hiking video which also has some metaphors about entrepreneurship, about international business. But I don't know if anybody has so good visual skills to remember this Google Drive link because I recommend it for evening activities, as we don't have evening program during this conference. But maybe somebody could share this slide, then everybody could take a look on this video and think about your way to combine online networking and physical activities. Thank you very much.